Today's How to Build is on this stage for your Rockin' Robot Band. So I was building this again from what was mostly a bunch of pieces from some sets that I had pulled apart, primarily some Star Wars sets, I think, for all these gray pieces. But anyway, start with a 2x4 plate. Then we've got some of these liney bricks. Put the lines going horizontally there. Some 1x1 bricks. Yes, that's old gray. Just ignore that. Another 2x4 plate, this time in light gray as opposed to dark gray. Then some of these Technic bricks. You know, this Technic brick is the only one that matters here. The others could be normal bricks. This stage again is Technic bricks, but could be normal. Working with limited parts here. Some 2x2 bricks, could be another 2x4. Sorry, plate rather. Another 2x4 plate. Some liney bricks. Got the horizontal ones going that way. A Technic axle brick, that's important. Another liney brick. Two more layers of plates. In this case I've got two 1x4s and two 2x2s, whatever adds up to 2x4. And then the top, do two axle bricks. Then two of the small curvy slopes on a 1x2 plate. And the same on the other side. And then the top you could do a 2x2 tile, or I've got a tile with a pin in it. Now on the front for the speakers, this is a 4x4 radar dish that I've put a red translucent stud in. This is a 2x2 round plate that I've got a red axle going through. And another one of those, so that looks like speakers. And then you build two of those. You can see that the bricks I used on these are slightly different, but so build two big amplifying amps. So for the lights, I actually built them so that they can incorporate life lights. Life lights, if you're not familiar with them, are this brand of tiny lights that are made to go inside Lego bricks. They're made by, you know, not by the Lego company, but by this other guy. And they fit right into a Technic 1x1 brick because they're built into these half pins, which makes them nice to integrate into stuff. Of course, then when I actually did the animation, the lights, you can barely tell that they're on because it's so bright to begin with, and they're off screen most of the time. But now you know that I actually built lights into them. In this case it didn't work out, but a couple of my other animations I've used these lights to pretty good effect. So if you're going to use life lights, you know, build them into two Technic bricks. And then in front of that, I've got this 2x2 round cylinder in yellow. You could also do a clear one. See on the blue one, it's just a blue light on front of a clear. But in this case I had something that was close to the right color, so I used that. And then a radar dish, this case doing the neon green with a same stud, and then put that on front to build the big bulk of the light. And again, we're going to do one of these in different colors, blue, red, orange, green. Then below that, we're going to build two headlight bricks on the bottom of these Technic pins. Going to have them facing the other direction, like so. On the bottom, we're going to put a 1x2 brick with handle, plate with handle, with a pirate flag, or whatever flag you've got a bunch of. I happen to have 16 pirate flags, but I'm sure not everybody does. And on top, do another one of those. Then we're going to build this bit. So 1x2 plate goes on the back here. And then we're going to take, so this is a 1x2 to 2x2 bracket, 1x1 clippy piece, 1x2 plate with handle again and a pirate flag. Make another one of those in the other direction. So, like so. Then connect those two with a 1x2 plate. And then make it more secure by adding a 2x2 plate onto the back. And then this whole contraption, this plate sticking off the back is going to stick into the bottom of the bracket. And then you line up the flags however you like them to look. And you'll attach these lights to this piece. So the top of this is 3 of those going across. Notice I've got all these wires from the life lights that I've just used masking tape to try and keep from falling and stuff, and I've got that life lights brick there. But as far as how I connect, so again, all those lights are just clipped onto 3 of this piece in a row. And then to do the connection, to make them stand up, this is just one of those Technic owl bricks, as I like to call it, or 1x2 brick with 2 holes. And I've just stuck the top of it into there, and then I'm connecting that to one of those going down, the one, and on the other side I just use this 1x2 brick with 2 studs on the side to connect to the bottom of that. And then we can stand this whole guy up. And of course we'd hide that battery box when we actually put this together. But there's your light stand. So this whole stage is built on 2 16x32 base plates that are spaced 4 apart. Which is an awkward distance to keep something at when you're starting to build something. But basically this front piece up here is from the UFO sets back in the 90s. Quarter saucer plate. In the How to Build the Pinchbot Mothership, see it here, I show how to build something like this out of bricks. You could also use whatever is in the new Alien Conquest sets that look like quarter saucer pieces, to build something similar for the front of your stage. Got a little flame stuck in this hole here. Same on the other side. So these are going to go on right there. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the 6th dot back, and do 1 on each, and then they will hold your base plates at the appropriate distance. Next thing I'm going to add is one of these big 12x12 bricks. I think I got these from the Indiana Jones set where he was running away from the boulder. So I got a bunch of them. Set this right behind that, so this is going to be 6 off this side and 4 off that side. And it'll go right to the edge. And then again, do 1 of those on each side. And then this is a 8x16 brick, nice big base brick. Along the back I've got some 1x6, 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 1x6. This could be a big 2x12 or whatever. 2x4, 2x4, 2x6. So covering the back aside from a 2 square hole in the side, the middle, and 1x4s on the end. And then 2x2 circle plates here. And then I've got this thing from the old Stingray sets, but I thought it worked well with the Robot Rock Band stage. It's a weird piece. It's got a half octagon circle saucer thing on the front and these plates. So I basically, and you can see it's old gray instead of new gray, built that into there, and then this is going to fit right on top of those saucers and connect our plates together. So I thought that looked pretty darn awesome. We're going to go over to the side here and put a 2x4 brick of any old color. This isn't even a Lego brick that I'm putting down because I didn't care, it's just a support, so I used a Mega Block to hold it up. That's what those things are good for. Then I've got this quarter saucer plate, which again is from the Indiana Jones set, I believe. This 2x2 bit here is going to go on the front 2x2 there, and it'll line up nicely right to the flame. And we're going to put some plates on top of that. So up here, I'm going to do a 2x6 just off onto there. This is a 2x10 and a 4x8. Then we're going to build another one of those, brick and all, in the opposite direction, and put it in on the other side of the stage. Looking good so far. Now we're going to build a little more support. So I'm going to put a brick hanging off of each of those. And then back here, we're going to count 3 back from where the big thing ends. Put a brick there and there, so that's 2 from the side, 3 from there. Same thing on the other side. And then back here, all the way out, we're going to build a 3 tall 2x4 stand, 4 from the back of this, on each side. And 2 more 2x4 tall columns here and here. And just to add a little more support, let's put a 1x2 under there, so this is standing on something solid. So like that. So across these purple ones, we're going to line up another 8x16 brick right behind the other one, so it gets just the front edge of that purple. Then we're going to take some 8x8 bricks, and they're gonna line up so that there is a 4 wide gap in the center. So along there, there's the 2, that'll be 4. So we'll put another one on the other side just to make that clear, and line up some other 8x8s on this side. And over here as well. And now we've got, going back to 10x10s, this time I've taken advantage of the fact that these have holes in them, put 2 Technic half pins in there, and then I'm using this 2x4 half cylinder brick to go on the front of each of them to just add a little something to the stage. In this case it's a round bump thing. And I've got a 2x2 turntable, one off the side here. This one is going to line up all the way on the end here. Takes advantage of, sorry, this column of purple brick should be 6 from the back, so right there. So I lied when I told you where to put it earlier. But it goes from there to there on the stands. The one in the middle does not have a turntable on it, but it still has a bump in the front. The one on the other side has a turntable right over there. There we go. That is the bulk of the stage, which is mostly made up of large brick pieces with some little supports inside. So on the side of the stage, I had a whole bunch of these big windshield piece from the Toy Story Pizza Planet truck, because I made Twister Bots out of that. And this is a 10 long, 2 back on the top, 3 back on the bottom, 3 tall windshield. And I'm just sticking 5 of those on top of one another. Got some of these for sale on my Bricklink store, link in the description. Some black fence at the top, a big one and a little one. And then these TIE Fighter brackets, 2 of those, and just a 4x4 plate on the bottom there. This is just to give it something to stand on, and this was really just to add some easy visual interest on the stage. I did one of those on each side because I had the matching windshields. I've put the light stands in place, so at the bottom you just want to line up in the corner, and on this one you have to have it hang over one, but pretty straightforward. I have the battery box just hanging out on top there because I've got my lights that I like to make go light, like so. The amps go down here in front of the bumps. They hang off the side of the stage by 2, and now we're going to build all the back stuff that goes behind the stage. So I built all of the back on a big hinge, having the idea that I would have it all hinged down and the robots would walk through into the library. That transition didn't work as well as I was hoping. It all sort of fell apart in the process, which is why the transition happens really fast. But I'm still going to show you how I did it. So 4x4 plate over there, or it could just be a 2x4 right there. Then 3 off of this base plate, do a 2x4, and 3 off the other base plate, and another 4x4, or just a 2x4 there. This big old hinge plate, 2x4, it's a pretty sturdy hinge, so that's why it almost worked, but I'm gonna need 4 of those to place on top of all those spots. And then to connect it, I've got some 4 long plates, sorry, 4 wide. This is a 4x12. They're all 4x12s actually. Four by 12, 4x12, 4x12. And then on top of it, I've put some 4x4 plates here to make the connection a little sturdy, and a 4x6 pointing forward, just because. The stuff I built on top of that, these big rock wall pieces, I think I got them from a Ninja set. Or no, these are from Arkham Asylum. 1x8 brick here to connect them. On top of them, I've got this guy, which looks like it has a face, but it's really just 3 big dark gray pieces. So TIE Fighter bracket, castle turret, and then big ugly rock piece, or burp for short. So make a bunch of those guys, connect these 2 with a 2x2 plate here, and stick them on so that one of them hangs off one brick in that direction. These guys are going to go here. Do the other thing, but the opposite. And And it's only a little opposite in that they're hanging off the other direction. And connect them on the other side. And then in the middle, I've got more of those walls connected by some two 1x8 plate bricks. And I've got this giant skull piece, which David Pagano was kind enough to give to me, but I don't know what set it came from. I think the 4+ pirate sets, maybe. So that sticks on top of there, like so. And then these big buzz saws from the Indiana Jones sets. So I have no idea what to call this Technic brick. It's a brick, but then it's got like some axle holder doohickey thing sticking off it. Give this brick a name. It's like a little thing with two arms, like help me, help me. So stick this big axle through it. On the end, I've got just the one connector with a flick fire missile stuck into it. Put a big buzzsaw on it, and sticking this on the side of the skull, and just use that little plate to connect it a little more securely to the skull. And do the same on the other side, except with the saw rotating the other way. And then this you're just gonna want to, so I'm actually gonna have the skull on the very front. But line up all those walls. Let's turn this around. So you can see there's some empty spaces there, and I fixed that by just putting a black backdrop behind this when I was filming. But now we've got a pretty cool rock stage. Then of course you're going to want to add your Duckbot and his microphone. Your ZipBot keyboard off over here, and your ZipBot, your Rockin' Bot with guitar in the back there, your drum set. Oop, watch out, ZipBot. And then your Skullbot for the drummer. And now you've got your very own robot rock band. And to add some screaming fans, I've got these robots from the RoboChamps game, and of course our losing robots who end up being in the animation even though they lost. And then you've got some fans for your robot rock band. Oh, there goes the lights. Yeah, that battery box is heavy. I'll disconnect that.